Picture this. You have a fish of a lifetime on your line. You have everything perfect set up, from the right rod to the hooks to the line you have on, even to the reel. Everything's perfect. And you get a good hook set on it, and you start reeling it in, and it feels like a monster, and you know it's going to be a fish that's going to end up on your wall. And all of a sudden, right before you pull it next to the boat, your knot snaps because you didn't have the right knot. And you lose that fish, and you're the spawn of jokes from your friends, and you're heartbroken because you have all that money and time invested, and you have nothing to show for it. But there is a good thing from this. Now, I am going to tell you one simple way that can all be fixed. And it all is because of the kind of knot you use. So, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of knots. And it all depends on your entry level, on what you want to tie. Because there's people that can tie that are excellent at tying knots. And there's people that are just beginners that aren't the best at tying knots. And we'll take them in order here and show you from easiest to hardest the different knots you can use and for what situations. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your reel and rod of choice, and you want to pull the line through all the eyes, like so. This is a long pull, so it's kind of tough indoors, but once you get it through all the eyes, then you pick your bait of choice. And today I'm going to be using a swim bait, which is good for northerns and walleyes, and I'm going to use a knot that's suitable for northerns and walleyes. Because the kind of knot you use all depends on which line you're using, what you're fishing for, what you have tied on. It's a science. It's hard to follow everything in it. So the first thing I am going to show you today is the common braid knot. This is braided line, and this is what you do. So with braid, it pulls out if you try to use other knots, so you have to use the correct knot. So what you do is you take your line and put it through the main hole one time. And you get it through the line. And once you have that, what it comes down to is you take it and you wrap it around the main line, like so. And then you wrap it 4 to 6 times, whatever you feel necessary, depending on your strength of line. The stronger your line, the less you have to wrap it. And then you take it and you pull it tight, like so. And you want to make sure you get a good tug on it, because if you can break it loose with your hands, there's a good chance that if you get a nice walleye, it's going to break off. So the next thing, so that is with braided line, and that was called the braided knot. And what we're going to do right here, it's called the uni knot. And this is good with braided line too. So you take your knot, and it's called uni because it's simple and there's only one step to it. You take it, the main line, and you take the part of the line and cross over the main line, and you pull it through the loop in the middle. And once you do that, you pull it tight. And you repeat that step 2 or 3 times, like so. And you have a great trusty knot that even kids can pull off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move to monofilament line, which it depends on who you are and what you're fishing for. Some people like it more, some people like it less. So what we're going to do here is the main knot for this kind of line, and it is called the Bergeson's knot. It may sound a little scary at first, but trust me, it's not. So what you do is you take your main line and you take your hook of choice, and you, like all hooks and all line ties start out, you just put it through the hole. And once you have it through the hole, you take it, and this is like a combination of the first two. You take the part of line that you pulled through and you wrap it around the main line just twice. Then you take it and you pull it through the middle loop. Doing so, you pull tight. And once you do that, then you wrap it again, this time just one time around, and you take it and you pull it back through the center loop and pull it tight. And as you can see, this isn't coming off. And I got this. The next thing is a quote from one of the websites. Knots are the unsung heroes of the fishing scene. They get little press. Nobody talks about them. But honestly, it is the secret to the fishing world. That is from Berkley.com. And to wrap it up, I'm going to leave you with this. Don't be the person that loses the fish of a lifetime because you don't know how to tie a knot correctly. If you have to, pick a friend or an adult and have them show you how, because it's easy and it will help you catch the fish of a lifetime.